What is up, everybody? Welcome back. It's another freaking video by Mystar. Okay, so today's title of the video, or today's video, is going to be about New Age spirituality, alright? Because I come across some stuff that reminded me of how I used to be, and I just had to go in because this is something that should not exist. It would not exist had we not had stuff like the shadow government and the colonial spirits who love to put people in confusion states of mind, who love to give people jargon and bullshit that doesn't actually help them. It's just like little fancy words prettied up and made beautiful, like Lucifer coming in the light type shit, So essentially, what I'm talking about is when you are doing your spiritual practices, or when you are like specifically if you're trying to put your spiritual practices out there and quote and say they're powerful or they're life changing or they're you're making a difference in the world, like really look and sit back and look at what the content that you're making is doing, like, right? Because people really need to pay attention to this shit, like myself included, back in these days when I used to be like this, which is why I'm feeling the need to attack this situation right now, because this is something that I used to perpetuate, all right? So if I'm speaking to these people, I'm low-key speaking to myself, you know what I mean, back then, all right? When you're making something online, if you're doing a reading, or if you're doing, if you're talking about star seeds, whatever the fuck, star seeds was the main topic that came up for me, right? Really think about it. Really sit back and think about it. And ask yourself this, like, one question. How is what I'm saying making a difference in anyone's life, all right? How is what I'm saying actually making a difference in anyone's life right now at this point? And how is what I'm saying actually bettering the world in any way, shape, or form? And I guarantee you, the majority of the New Age spiritual people, especially the ones be talking about star seeds online, or especially the ones that be talking about like all those things like rainbow children, indigo children. Now, I'm not here to say that they're wrong or they're right, right? Whether these things are true or false. If you want to get technical about it, everyone is the star seed. So when you're talking about, oh, this star seed and that star seed, all I see is a bunch of people trying to get in their ego and trying to make themselves feel good about the fact that they're different from other people. That's all I see, you know what I mean? Because if you actually pay attention to a lot of the videos that they post, a lot of the stuff that they say, it really doesn't make a difference in anybody's life. It really doesn't change shit. All right, because specifically when I was sitting there watching these star seeds, and specifically when I was watching someone talking about the 8-8 Lionsgate portal, and they were like posting this video as though like the things that this person was saying were actually substantial or actually credible, right? And I'm sitting here listening to this person talk. I'm not going to name names, you know what I mean? I'm just using this as an example to call out the energy, to call out the spirit, right? So that people can actually raise their awareness, because that's what it's all about. We're in 2025, guys. We can't be fucking lagging behind in bullshit ideas that's not actually making a difference in people's lives. All right? So this person's talking about this, that, this, and that. And I'm sitting here thinking, but how is this actually making a difference in my life? Other than telling me some bullshit that could have happened any other day. Like with the 888 Lionsgate portal that people be talking about. Like, how is this actually making a difference in my life that I ain't experiencing any other fucking day? Because there's many, many days where I can manifest. There's many, many days where the energy is powerful. You know what I mean? I could just wake up. It doesn't have to be a specific alignment that somebody tells me in astrology. I could just wake up and I instantly just feel an energy of power within me. I feel an energy of motivation. I feel the energy of, like, right now I'm doing this video. I didn't need to check the alignments. I didn't need to go online and say, oh, it's the 888, it's the 999 portal, and oh my gosh, this is the perfect time for me to try and raise my awareness and blah blah blah. Like, no, none of that shit mattered to me. None of that shit was even things that I thought of in my mind. I just had a feel. I knew based on my thoughts and my feelings. I knew based on the energy that I'm in, right? that I should get up and do something about this energy. I should manifest and create something with this energy. You know what I mean? So really sit back and ask yourself the question: how is what I'm saying actually making a difference in somebody's life? How is what I'm saying actually shifting people's mindsets? You know what I mean? How is what I'm saying actually shifting the state of the world so that we're in a better state of being as a collective? And I guarantee you, 99% of these people online that be talking about star seeds and 999 portals and 888 blah 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 blahs, all this shit, probably ain't saying shit. You know what I mean? And if you're the person that's watching these people, you should ask yourself the same question: what are they actually saying? And if what they're saying, if I'm able to decipher what they're saying, okay, well, how does this actually change my life? How is this actually making a difference in my life? It's really, really stupid shit out here, like. And this is shit that gets perpetuated by the shadow government, like even the 888 portal. And the whole Lyran, Starseed, blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm not saying that these things don't exist, right? But don't be out here talking about Lyran, Starseed when it's actually not making a difference in your life. How did that change the way you interacted with people? How did that change the way you think? How did that change the way that you go about the world? Other than for you to get into an ego and think, I'm so different. I'm a lion. I'm a Lyran. You know, like, what the fuck is that? Sorry, guys, there's something on my screen. Like, what the fuck is that? Seriously. We need to really start attacking this shit, right? Because at the end of the day, if it's not making a difference, if it's not making, like, moves, you know what I mean? If we're not doing shit, then what the fuck are we doing? We're sitting there wasting time, all right? And I'm only talking to my people, because if you're my people, you'll be able to get what I'm saying. You'll be able to understand where I'm coming from. And if you're not, you'll probably look at me and you'll be like, oh, you're so negative. You just blah, blah, blah. Like, and I don't give a fuck about those people, because I'm speaking to my people. I'm speaking to my soul family. I'm speaking to people that resonate to my state of being, right? Who, you know, you may agree with, or you may think that a lot of these videos are making a difference, but then you also agree with what I'm saying and you see where I'm coming from, right? So that's how you know. So yeah, when it comes to this kind of stuff, this is the exact kind of stuff that the shadow government loves to keep people in. You know, keeping people in mind states and ways of being that actually doesn't actually make any difference in anyone's life, and just serves to validate people's egos. It serves to validate people's insecurities, like all types of stuff, so that people can feel better about themselves. And people just, like, what is it called? Like muddy, the word came to my head, muddy coddling. I'm just making up words at this point, I swear. But you guys get what I'm saying. Coddling, you know. When you're coddling someone because you're trying to give them what they want to hear rather than what they need to hear, because you think that, oh, if I tell a bunch of people about what the starseed is, and I say a few pretty little words, and I add a few pretty little pauses in between it, that'll make it more impactful. Like, that's the energy that a lot of people who be talking about this stuff be giving, right? So it's really just like wastes of time that I see a lot of the time when it comes to this. Back in the day, I used to be a victim of this shit. You know, I used to be sitting there listening to half of these starseed videos. Like, first of all, if it hasn't got a face on it and it's just someone's AI ass voice, like that freaking, what is it called? I don't even know. You guys know what I'm talking about. Those faceless videos with the AI voices talking about, if you're a starseed, Lyran starseed, then you will feel so different from the people around you. And you'll feel like a black sheep. Like, bitch, like, being a black sheep does not automatically give you the information that you're from another solar system or some shit, right? It could be the case, but at the end of the day, like, those things can apply to many different people. Those things can apply to many different beings that are from many different areas in space. And but at the end of the day, we're all star seeds. You're on a fucking star right now. What is Earth? It's a planet. It's a star, right? So you're a star seed. Like, that's that. Like, it's simple as that. You don't need to get into all the fancy schmancies about Lyrans and Syrians and blah blah blah. And then these same people who go into the starseed and the Lyrans and the Syrians, they then go into talk about the Galactic Federation of Light, right? As though the Galactic Federation of Light is not a spiritual version of the fucking shadow government. Like, so when you're talking about the Galactic Federation of Light and stuff, and starseeds coming from the Galactic Federation of Light, yeah, y'all the colonial spirits, y'all the fucking like shadow government spirits. You guys are from the same lineage. That's why you guys have federations and stuff, and lights, Lucifers, and all that kind of stuff. You guys all follow the same kind of spirits. Why would you use the same words and the same concepts, like federation and light? You know, not that people can't use the word light or use concepts of light. We all use light. But when you're the Galactic Federation of Light, it sounds a lot like the Galactic Federation of Lucifer to me. It sounds like a lot like the Galactic Police of Lucifer to me. It sounds a lot like the shadow government to me. You know what I mean? So it's all the same to me when I hear that shit. It's just funny as, because like they don't even realize, these people might not even realize that they're just fucking spitting a whole bunch of babble, a whole bunch of Tower of Babel type shit, and not actually raising their awareness. You're actually bringing people more into confusion, delusion, illusion, Medea, Lucifer, you know, all of those kind of stuff. You're just putting people in those kind of states of being, right? So yeah, pretty much all of those stuff that I said, specifically, I used to be lost into. I used to be lost into that shit. And really, when you sit there and realize what you're actually paying attention to, you realize it's just a whole bunch of babble bullshit. And that's exactly what the shadow government loves people to be in, you know? They put out these AI videos of freaking star seeds. What do you think that is? That's the fucking CIA. AI. That's like, shout out to Saint Uno. You can't spell CIA without AI in it. Right? So when you see those AI-ass videos with those fucking Lyran starseeds and Syrians and blah, 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 yeah, that's the fucking CIA. That's the fucking FBI, motherfuckers. They're trying to put you into confusion, trying to make you think that, oh, you're somehow like this intergalactic being, which, not to say you are or you aren't, but like, really sit back and question yourself. Is this making a difference in my life? Did this make me a better person? Did this make me a worse person? Did this do nothing at all? And I guarantee you, 99% of this new age fucking bullshit, you'll be like, oh, it actually didn't do anything at all. I still went around my life, didn't change a thing, didn't make me smarter, didn't make me more aware of what's going on in the world, didn't make me more aware of how to logically interpret what's going on in the indirect or in the esoteric or in the internal realm. None of that shit. So always compare and contrast between different things that you're watching. You know, like you could tell clear as day based on the videos that I post. You could tell clear as day. It actually gets you to question. It actually gets you to analyze. It actually raises your awareness for you to be able to see, oh, hold on, I can actually see things a little bit clearer. I can actually decipher what's going on around me a little bit clearer, or a lot of it. But either way, there's a difference. And that's the thing you should be looking out for, alright? Don't be fucking falling for fucking shadow government bullshit out here. I'm sick of people like me who think similar to me falling victim to dumb illusions and dumb bullshit. Like, and I have to say that shit because it is dumb. We need to use and call things what they are. Like, we're in 2025 now. It's not about back in those days when we were in the age of Pisces type shit, or when we were in the 90s and the 2000s, where people wanted to sugarcoat things and make things seem pretty and make things all nice and dreamland, Pisces land. No, we're not in Pisces land. We're not in dreamland right now. If anything, we're in the Aries land. It's about passion. It's about being direct. It's about being an individual. That's why people say it's the age of Aquarius, but really it's more about, low-key, it's more about the age of Aries, because Aquarius is uniqueness, right? Going against the grain, changing, rebelling, and opposing. Aries is being an individual. And I see a lot more people out here being individuals, being passionate, being direct, right? Getting their own individualism, right? Those are concepts that we see a lot more now, which you could tie it to either Aquarius or Aries. But either way, you know, it's about that individuality. It's about that paving the way, trailblazer type energy. So if you're not being a trailblazer, if you're not paving the way, and you're just regurgitating a whole bunch of information that you've seen from other people who listen to fucking AI videos and they don't actually know how to interpret or make it make sense in their own way, or to be able to put it in a way that actually makes a difference in your mind, in your life, then baby, you're sitting there wasting your fucking time, okay? I'll see you guys for the next video. I'll leave it at this one. Be aware of what the fuck you're paying attention to. What the fuck are you looking at? Babes, I close my eyes just for look. I didn't even do that on purpose, but what the fuck are you looking at? You know what I mean? A lot of the things in the external realm is illusions, delusions, and then it reaches you, you feel like you've got a conclusion, but really you're just stuck in a bunch of illusions. I was talking about that in my TikTok video yesterday, TikTok Live. You're just stuck in a bunch of illusions. Like, bruh, what is that? Peace. Mystar out. Biyeetch.